What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the show. Dave's RC. 12 Line, episode 43. At least I hope it's 43. So what last week's episode, I don't know what happened with last week's episode, you guys. But usually after I shut everything down, I back out of editor, and I shut the video down for the evening. A few moments later, it'll give me an option in my phone to edit it on editor. And it didn't do that. And I don't know what's going on, but that's the second time this has happened where my episode, hey, the cat, hey, come on, Chris, just leave the cat alone. Come here, hey, leave him alone. I don't care if he attacks you. Go lay down. Go, come on, go lay down. Come on, go through, lay down. Lay down. Come on, lay down. Come on, you got to leave the cat alone. Sorry, guys. Yeah, the cat just got fixed today, and the dog and the cat cannot be messing around with one another right now. But yeah, anyways, so what happened was the video didn't upload from last week, and it did it to me another time too, and I thought maybe it was just a glitch, something. I don't know exactly what happened. So I'm hoping that this video stays, because there, you know, not that there's a bunch of people like this is CNN, NBC or whatever. But there are a few people that come home later in the evening or early in the morning, and they like to watch the show after the show's already been done. So, they didn't get to do that last week because of that. So if you guys are wondering why the show did not get uploaded, that's why. And what else? I had something else for you guys too. I can't remember. Let me check the chat real quick, see who's here. Oh my God, you guys. So right as I was about ready to start my show last week, I started getting an awful pressure in my jaw. And it was bad. It was real bad. The pressure anyway. There wasn't any pain, but this pressure. And then I fell asleep that night, woke up in the middle of the night after the show was done. I went to bed, and I woke up in the middle of the night, and there was this knot in my neck. And I'm like thinking, well, maybe I'm getting sick. Maybe it's my lymph nodes, whatever. And I was like, no, your lymph nodes are more down here. They're not like up here on your jaw. And then the next day came, you guys. Saturday about noontime, and it was just sheer pain. It was the most awful pain. I couldn't eat. I couldn't chew. I couldn't even open my mouth barely at all. So I just took like a bunch of ibuprofen and fell asleep. I tried to sleep it off, basically. I slept right through Ryan's show. I feel so bad about that. Like, I woke up like out of nowhere, and I was like, shit, Ryan's show. And I went to jump on my phone. It was midnight. The show was already over. And I kind of felt like a dick for that. But no, it wasn't on purpose. I was dealing with this thing, man. And finally my body decided, hey, we'll take care of it for you, Dave. A little late to the party, but we'll take care of it for you, Dave. Don't worry. You just wait. And it's gone, man. It's like literally gone. Like, there's like no pain. There's still a little bit of a knot here. But as far as the pain and everything, it's all gone. I can chew again finally. Jesus Christ, that was awful. Oh, excuse me. It took everything out of me, you guys, too. Like, I couldn't accomplish it. I couldn't get anything done. I was literally just, first off, I wasn't eating, so, not putting any fuel in your body, you're just going to be tired and lethargic as it is, and no energy. I honestly think that the infection just caused my immune system to just, as it was trying to attack this thing. But it did, and it's gone, and I'm glad it's over with. So yeah, that's why I wasn't at the Pilot's Lounge last week. It wasn't that I didn't want to be there. It's just I dozed off, and by the time I woke up, it was already over. So apologies to Ryan. I know I'm just one person, but I feel as though that he comes into my streams, and I should give him that same respect. And if any of you guys have a stream, I should at least come in there once in a while, if I can remember to. But I owe that to you guys. I don't really, most of you guys I don't look at as subscribers. I mean, a lot of you guys were a little bit closer than subscribers. I consider a lot of you guys, we're not like best buddies and we're out at the bar drinking every night, but I definitely consider you guys friends. So I don't like to let you guys down. But and I'm trying to think. I had something else for you guys too. I'm trying to think of what it was. Oh, so I woke up this morning. I have the 2 jets ready to go. I have the FMS, Yak 90 millimeter Yak with the JP Fan 8S system in it, and the SU-30 in the back of the Jeep, and they've literally been there for 2 weeks, guys. And it just seems like it's either I go out by myself, I wear the hat cam, and I film it that way. And that's not the way I want to film this flight. I don't want to film either one of those maidens. I don't want to film them that way. I just don't. Maybe a second or a third flight on the plane, we could do a hat cam video. I just know that there's a lot of people out there that just don't appreciate the hat cam, and for good reason. It really does look like you're just following a dot around in the sky. You only really get a good shot of the plane as it's coming by you, and that's not really good for, you know, like media and a representation of the plane. And to do an honest review on a plane, you just need a camera guy. And it's just been either the tooth, the infection, the Kyle not wanting to go out with me. I can't get Tyler to go out with me. So it's just been one of those things each day. But today, everything, we were ready to rock and roll. Everything was ready to go. Kyle was going to go. Tyler was going to go. We were all going to be out there. We were going to do it. Rained all freaking day, you guys. Like, it started last night. I went to the store at about like 11 o'clock last night, and it started raining. And I was like, I hope this doesn't go through. I didn't even want to check the weather forecast on my phone because I was just hoping that it was just going to pass by over. No, it rained all day, all day. It stopped raining right as it was getting dark. So we're going to go out tomorrow and do it. And then once I get those 2 planes done, I'll put those planes up in my room. And then these got to get out of here. My wife wants them out of here. And these are going in the back of the truck because these are going to be the next 2 that get done. They're both ready to go. Both of them are ready to go. I got that one on the Spectrum. I have the safe hooked up. Everything that we did to that SU-30, we did to this thing right here, as far as programming the ESC and stuff. That thing, as you guys know, we had a faulty retract from E-Flight that got replaced. They gave me a new pair, took the old ones back and gave me a new pair. It took some time, but I got them. And this one's ready to go as well. Both of them are ready to go. I just have to figure out some type of oh, I found the piece, by the way. The piece that clipped for this clip right here, the thing that clips the canopy in, I found that piece. It's in the back of the truck, so I didn't lose it. We do have it. Tonight, however, I'd like to continue working on this pack file a little bit. I'd like to show you with just barely any cutting at all, guys. Like literally just a couple of notches, and I'll get to the chat here in a second, you guys. But literally with just a couple of notches, you guys, what I was able to achieve for a fit. Come here, baby. What I was able to achieve for a fit on this plane, on this thing, guys, is ridiculous. This thing is fit in there so nice. Like, I don't think I'd be able to get the stock fans to fit in there this well, you guys. And then I also have my servo tester right down here on the floor, which is basically my battery charger as well. And we're gonna test these servos to make sure they're going the right way now. I don't want to plug in my receiver later and realize that my flaps are now elevators, or are not my flaps are elevators, but my ailerons are moving like elevators. You want them moving opposite of one another, and I want to make sure that it's doing that now before we plug it into a receiver. But I just wanted to show you guys this fit. I mean, just look at that, you guys. That's just, it's absolutely ridiculous how well these fans fit in this plane. It's like, it's better than I imagined. I thought I was going to have to do a little carving. I thought I was going to have to, I thought I was going to have to make cuts in this. This was fine. Actually, what needed to happen, and I'll pull this out just to show you, these have these little ends on them right here, right? They got these little things. That's how you screw down your EDF. Well, in this thing, it's not calling for you to screw it down. It's basically, you're probably just going to epoxy it down or glue it down, or I'll have to cut these down a little bit more and throw some wooden tabs in here and glue them down. Or I could just glue these down. I could just actually just glue these down in there. Apparently that's the way this plane's set up. It's not calling for it to be screwed in. which is crazy. I know that sounds really crazy. But if that's what it calls for, then what I'll do is I'll probably just put some wood here, like some wood shims in these little spots. So I had to cut these little spots out. Let me get this closer right here. I had to cut these little spots out right here, as you can see, notches right here, right? And they go down just enough for this thing. And it's been in and out. It's been in and out of here so many times. It just goes right back to where it needs to be. But as you guys can see, that's it, guys. Just had to notch that out a little bit, and then she set right down in there. It's like like I said, it's like these fans were meant to go in this plane. And then what we're gonna do tonight, we're gonna get this one over here. Oh, sorry, guys. There we go. We're gonna get this one put in over here, which basically all we have to do is notch it, and then just put a small little groove right here with the razor blade, just so that this lip right here on this thing can sit down in it. And that's all I had to do, you guys. Not a big deal at all. It was actually like really easy. So for those of you guys that don't know what these are, what motors these are the new 70 millimeter in runners from Free Wing Motion RC. They're in every one of the new 70 millimeter planes. If it's a twin 70 mil, or if it's a like the F-16 or the what is it, the Bayhawk? Yeah, I think it's the Bayhawk. These 2150 kV motors right here, in runners, absolutely wonderful fans. They're beautiful fans. They really are. They're really nice fans. They're kind of expensive too, man. They're like $65 a piece or $63 a piece or something like that. They're not cheap. These are actually not cheap fans, which is what I was trying to go. I didn't want to go really expensive on the fans, but I also wanted them to be in runners. Yeah, I definitely wanted them to be in runners. I wanted them to be efficient. Due to the fact that this is going to be running off one 6S battery, and the more efficient you can be, the better off you'll be. So let's see. And then we have the Retracts sitting over here. We just got a bunch of like little stuff, like this fan right here. This is the fan that comes with the plane. Let me take it out of here. Let me just show you the difference between these two fan shrouds real quick. Like, it's kind of crazy. Like this housing right here on the right is like bigger. This one right here is like bigger around. I know it's a 70 mil and they're supposed to be the same size, but I'm telling you right now, this one that comes with the plane is bigger than this one here. This 70 mil fan, this one right here. I mean, they're just not the same size, you guys. They're not. I could actually fit one in the other. They're not. They're just. Yeah, this one is slightly bigger, you guys. This one that comes with it. So these are a little smaller than. I bet you they're maybe like 69 millimeters. They're not quite 70 because they are definitely noticeably smaller than the stock ones that you're supposed to put in. But we're not putting those in. These are absolute junk, you guys. There's no way in hell that I would be putting a 5-blade. No, there's just you know how shitty these sound? These things sound awful. I don't know if you guys have heard one of these pack claws start up, or if you've heard the fan spool on a stock pack fa or a plug and play pack fa. They sound like shit, you guys. They sound like absolute garbage. There's just no way that I would be able to sit there and fly this plane and enjoy it with that shitty ass sound coming out of it. It kind of reminds me of the first wave of what is that? I can't think of it now. Motion RC's twin engine Soviet plane that they have there. What is it called? What is that? Is that a MiG? I can't remember if it's a MiG 29 or if it's an Su-30 or something. Oh shit. I was just looking at it because I wanted to make sure that I had it right. These fans, they sound awful, you guys. It's like there's just no way. There's no way my 64 millimeter fucking five bladed EDFs. Sound super good, but that's because I take the fan out of them and I take the fan out of them myself and I balance it. Oh, the SU-35. So the SU-35 right there, you guys. The first generation of those SU-35s right there. It's kind of blurry, but yeah, the first generation of those SU-35s right there, they were awful, man. They sounded gross. And by the way, if you want one of those 90 millimeter Yak ready to flies, they're on sale right now, guys. Don't miss out on that. If that's a plane that you wanted to put in your hangar for a while, get over to Motion RC right now and grab one, man, because they're on sale. And I'm sure there's like only like 1 or 2 left. So, and there might actually not even be any left now. Who knows? But if that's a plane that you've been looking to put in your hangar and it's something that you want, you better get it now because you're not going to be able to get it later. I'm sure you'll be able to still get parts and stuff for it, but you're not going to get that plane later. Sorry, you're just not going. That you want, you better get it now because you're not going to be able to get it later. I'm sure you'll be able to still get parts and stuff for it, but you're not going to get that plane later. Sorry, you're just not going. Trapping. Let me get you a. Well, if things will slow down real quick. Kevin, I'm going to add you as a moderator, Kevin. You join us on the 1st of the month. I'll enter you into the giveaway. I'll give you a number. You'll be entered into our monthly giveaway that we do. Last month's winner was Hangar 51. And Dennis, or not Dennis. So, yeah, what do we have? No, Hangar 51 was the month before. He got a T-33. This month's giveaway was an Arrows Husky to Dennis Farley. And then I also did a small, one of the small Arrows Warbirds, which is going to Wreckham Royce. So what's up with Dennis, guys? So I saw something out of the corner of my eye up here about, is Dennis all right? Dennis is won a Husky, right? Yeah, Dennis won the Husky. Yep, he sure did. Dennis, you all right, bro? Did you end up sending out the F-22 yet? Ethan, that's a great question, and the answer to that is not yet. And the reason for that is I'm just waiting for a little bit of money to come through. That's all. Because I also have to send Eric's out at the same time. And Jeff's Custom, what is going on, man? Dave Marshall, get the fuck out of my stream. Just kidding, dog. I'm just kidding. Or am I? Man, love Dennis. I'm good. I'm good, man. Okay, all right, man. Just checking. I thought I'd seen somebody up there. Gooniac, what's happening? Shadow Ops in the house. Wow, Bill. Damn, guys, I appreciate you coming in here and hanging out with me. But yeah, I would like to get. So, oh yeah, and the power plant that I'm running for this plane, you guys. For those of you guys that don't know or didn't know or haven't seen it yet, but we're running these nice big 80 amp dual 80 amp Skywalker ESCs. Really nice long leads on them, so these are actually meant to go in. What are these meant for? One of the 80 millimeter planes. I can't remember now. But I made sure I got the ones that had these really long leads on them because this is going to be important when you need to get up there and wire the two together. As you can see, one of these ESCs have already been put in. The wires have already been ran. There's a nice little spot right here for these wires to sit and they hatch to go on. Also right here, this is the spot for the other one to sit right here. They're kind of a pain in the ass to run, but they're not that bad. Last time I ran them up through here. This time I'm not going to run them that way. I'm actually going to start right here and feed it through this hole right here, and then run it through and then put it back here. Already tested the motor rotation. Already tested which way they need to be plugged in, like how the wires need to be plugged in. So basically, as long as your wires are coming out of here straight like this, 1, 2, 3, like evenly like this. As long as these stay even, all you basically have to do is just make sure that when you plug them in, you crisscross one of these like this. That's it. That's how you do it. You just make sure, because if you plug them in directly like this, straight end to end like this and end to end, it'll be backwards. So you basically just take one of these two, put it like this, make sure that they're twisted over one another, just like that. And you plug it in just like that, and that'll make sure that it's going the right way. Pretty typical. It's been that way with a few others. But before we get started on putting that ESC in and that fan in, I do want to shoot through here real quick and just test these servos that I've already put in. It'd be a bitch if I didn't and we get all the way to the end and they're not moving the right direction or some shit like that. That would just piss me off. So I just want to make sure they're all moving in the right direction now before we get to the end. Get out of there. The servos that I do have in here, guys, they are free wing servos, all Metal Gear. It's not going to be 20. That's going to be, what is it, 9 grams? Are those 9 gram servos? Yeah, there it is, right there. Okay, that's actually a little too much. We'll go here, and then we'll go back. All right, so right to back, left to back, right and then left to back. All right, that one's good, and it's moving the right direction. So we'll go ahead and unplug that one, and then we'll grab this one here. That one goes. I guess it doesn't matter where it goes, but testing these out, you guys, making sure they're going the right way. So right's up, that's back, right up, that's back, right, back. It's really good travel. They have really good travel. So yeah, these are all Metal Gear free wing servos. I didn't want to cheap out on the servos, you guys. I mean, I could have gotten way better servos, like if I went with, like, you know, Spectrum or something like that. But these are good enough, you guys. These actually do just fine. These are really good servos. There it goes. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna pull that one out. Now I know if I'm gonna put that one there, this one here, and this one here. Actually, we can throw that one over the back like that. I'll keep these ones like this. That way I know that that is my elevator, or that's my aileron, and this is my flap right here. Boom, 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 boom. All right, let's spin this bitch around real quick. Spin this around real fast. We're gonna be working on this side of the plane anyways. So far so good, man. Super cool model. I like the model. I've done a lot of the upgrades on it already. As far as like the strengthening of it and shit. Well, that's nice, Dave. How'd that happen? Oh, no way. This freaking tube of fucking shit's leaking. That's nice. And it's all dried up now. That's good. That's good. Well, I don't want to fucking deal with it anyway. So good. It's dried up. It's out of my. That's nice. I didn't even realize that, you guys. All right. So before we put that fan in, we also have another elevator servo to put in the back here too, you guys. But I want to test these ones here. Actually, it's just one, right? Oh, that's it. I've only got one in so far. I got these other two that have to go in now. I think this is the only one that I have to put in reverse. I'm going to check it right now because if I spin this dial to the right, it should go back. If it doesn't, then it's the wrong one, and I don't need a reverse servo here. But I'm pretty sure I need a reverse servo here. Pretty damn sure. I'm pretty sure. So if I go right, yeah, see, that's right. I did need a reverse servo there. Okay, so that's right. That's good. I don't think that I need to. All right, I have to pull this out and fix it a little bit. It's off about a tooth. So I'm glad I hadn't put this one in all the way yet, because we got to pull that off and we have to move that. We got to move that back a little bit. Anybody been getting some warmer weather? Yeah, dude, it actually has been warm here, you guys. It's been real warm here, but the problem is it's also been raining. It's raining like shit, man. It's shit weather. But as far as the weather itself, like the temperature goes, oh man, it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. All right, damn it, no. We're gonna go ahead and get these retracts out of here. We got these retracts to put in as well. This is one thing that I didn't like about this model. Every single one of these retracts is gonna need an extension. Every one of them. And it doesn't come with the extensions, you guys. Every one of these retracts, in order to get it up to the receiver though, every one of them is gonna need an extender, an extension. And that has to go to this, whatever they call them, this, what is that called? Sequencer. That's then the sequencer has to get plugged in. Then you plug the sequencer into your radio. But this one right here, the nose gear. The nose gear gives you this super long lead. Look how long this lead is, you guys. Once I unravel that, it'll be about 16 inches long. So they give you this really ridiculous long lead for the nose, which you don't have to go very far with. But on the back mains, they give you this little stub like this, man. It's crazy. It doesn't make any sense. They should have all gotten a lead like that, to be honest with you. But that's all right. We're all right. We have extensions, man. I got fucking extensions for days. I just wish I would have known ahead of time, because now I'm gonna have to go dig those extensions out, and I think that's gonna be for the elevator. I don't think we're gonna have to go reverse on the elevator back here. I'm not sure yet. I'm looking for my little screwdriver, you guys. So that's all I'm doing right now. I'm trying to find that little screwdriver wherever it is. Got the we got the fan blade for the Havoc, so we can fix that. Because Jeff's custom RC was up here flying with me one day, and he got my Havoc stuck in a tree. So I was like, "You bastard, man! Damn you, Jeff! Damn you!" Oh man, it's all good though. It's all good, man. It's all good. You don't get mad at your friends, even if they do get your Havoc stuck in a tree, and it breaks and shit on the way down. You don't get mad at your friends. No, I'm just kidding. I got that bitch stuck up there myself, you guys. It sucked too. It really did. Actually, it sucked because it was completely my fucking fault, man. I should have been wearing my glasses. I knew better than to be flying. When it gets that dark, or it starts to get that dark, I need to have my glasses on to be flying. And I was not practicing proper safety etiquette, I guess you'd say. I was not wearing my glasses, and I couldn't judge the depth of where I was at. And I was a little bit further out than I thought I was, and we put her in the tree. That's just that, man. Nobody's fault but my own. All right, so I do not see my little screwdriver anywhere. That's no big deal. I think we can just use this. Yeah, I think we can use this one. This one should work. I'm gonna put this knife away before I sit on it and it goes up my ass. Dave Marshall might be able to handle something like that, but not this guy. Not this guy. Oh yeah, by the way, Jeff, or not Jeff, but Dave Marshall, if you want to get with if if you want to get with Josh Weaving, your extra large anal plug came in, custom made. Yours is going to be a little bit more because of just the sheer size and the amount of wood we had to use to make it. But if you want to get with Josh on that, I think that came in. He can get that sent to you. And then I also have to get with you too because I got to send you some money PayPal for that that smart checker that that I gave away on your channel, and I didn't pay you for it yet. So I got to send you what are they, like 20, 30 bucks, 40 bucks, something like that. I can't remember how much they are really. What you could do, Dave, is go to my PayPal and just request a payment, dude, and I'll send it to you. All right. Look at that. All right, now we can put this cover on. Put that in there. So yes, this is the right way. Okay, so this is what you're going to need, guys. You're going to need a regular on one wing and 2 regulars on that wing over there. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 3 regulars on that side. Then you're going to need a reverse over here. This is actually a reverse. You're going to need a reverse here. I'm pretty sure if you need a reverse for you know what, guys? No. That's not right. That is not right. That's actually not right at all. That's not right. That will be working them at the same time, in the same way. You need a reverse for the flap. This is my flap servo. We need them moving opposite of one another. Okay, so here, this goes into your flap. We need this going to my flap. The flap is what needs to be going opposite. That's right. Okay, so yeah, the flap needs to be going the same way. All right, so what? The other side is that too. I don't know why. Ugh. Why is it doing that? That's dumb. It's just because when they glue these in here, they don't glue them in quite right. There it goes. Okay. And we need to put that through there. That's the one thing that I do like about this model is that, you know, everything does fit in pretty good, even though it's all aftermarket. Even though this is an aftermarket servo, it's fitting into the pocket good. I mean, it's not a bad fit. It's not a great fit, but it's not a bad fit. I've seen worse. There it goes. Come on, get in there. Come on. Give me a second, guys. This is being a bitch. All right, there it goes. Okay, now it's in. Okay, there it goes. Okay, good. They do fit in, but they do stick up just a little bit. I mean, once you cap it, once you throw the cap on, it's actually not that bad. But just know that they do stick up a little bit. But once you put the plate on it, it's not that big of a deal. It does kind of sit down in there a little better. But just know that if you're using aftermarket like servos for this plane, they don't sit down flush, like completely flush. Not all of them anyway. Some of them sit down nice, some of them don't. That's just the luck. That's just the luck of the draw. All right, now I need to know which screws we were using for that. All right, these are my control rods, control arms. And another thing that you got to be careful for, guys, is there are certain screws for these, okay? There are certain screws that you need to be using for these. Make sure you're using the right ones, because if you use up There's another screw that looks almost identical, you guys, except it doesn't have like this rim thing around it. If you use those other screws, you're going to be screwed on something else that you need to put together later. And you don't want to do that. So make sure that you're using the right screw. There are specific screws that have to go in to these covers. So just make sure you're putting them in. Just make sure you know which ones you're grabbing, which ones are the ones that actually go in. Like I said, if not, you're going to screw yourself. And that's right. I don't think I'm going to be able to put these in with this screwdriver. I'm going to have to go find my other screwdriver. I definitely need a little screwdriver for this, I think. I'll try it, but I'm pretty sure last time when I was doing this, I couldn't put these in with this screwdriver. Oh, maybe I did. All right, now, can't put it in down all the way. Like I said, these things don't sit in here flush. So you have to make sure you put one side in and then go to the other and put the other side in. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about right there. Things just don't quite fit right on this thing. They just don't quite fit right. You will have to tinker with it a little bit. It's kind of a pain in the fucking ass, but you will have to mess with it a little bit. And the reason for that is when I squish that servo down into there, it widens the gap up. So now these things, it's pushing the screw holes that are in that base right here. It's making them push apart a little bit, right? Because I'm pushing that servo down in there. It's not meant to just be pressed down in there. The servos that are actually supposed to go to this thing, I'm pretty sure pretty sure that they don't widen, they don't make the mount move at all. Let's go with that. Yeah, it's kind of a pain in the balls, you guys, but once you get them in, they're good. You just got to get both of them started. There we go. There, you see that? It just takes a little bit of love. A little bit of love. Oh, come on. There. And that's exactly what it is, guys. It's just the fact that these mounts that the servos sit in, they're not meant for a free-wing servo. They're meant for whatever shitty servos that this thing probably comes with. And they're probably servos that you probably don't want to trust in this thing anyways. All I'm saying, guys, you get an LX model, I would not... I don't know if I would trust the servos that they put in this. I honestly believe that the servos that come stock with these LX model planes, I believe they're all plastic geared. I don't even think they're metal geared at all, really. I think they're shit-ass plastic gear servos. I mean, I don't think I would trust a plastic gear servo on a 6S plane or a twin engine plane or anything of that nature. And this screwdriver is pissing me off because it's too big. You guys, hold on. I need to go grab my smaller screwdriver. Just gotta figure out where I put it. I think it's in the drawer out here. Yeah, that was aggravating. I was about ready to throw that plane off the table. Stupid shit like that is not any good for fucking PTSD. I tell you that right now. It'll make you want to punch a baby in the face, I promise you. And nobody wants to punch a baby in the face. I mean, who wants to punch a baby in the face? Nobody. Nobody wants to punch a baby in the face. I'm pretty sure that this is the most miscellaneous bag. Where is that screwdriver right now? Huh. I know Hannah's been doing an awesome job at making sure everything's put away in the right spot. It could be that I just used the screwdriver for something else. Okay. All right, guys, hold on. Because that shit's not going to work either. Yeah, you guys. Also tomorrow, if you join us, I'm going to be going in and I'm going to be sighting in that AR-15 as well. I got a brand. I'll show you guys in a minute. I'll show you the combo that I got in a minute. Yes. Love when I find shit. Thank you, Hannah. Thank you so much. That's what I'm talking about, man. Any miscellaneous screws or anything like that that she finds, or that she did, she found them and she stuck them all in this baggie. All these miscellaneous screws, wires, control arms, and she just put them in this baggie and stuck them in this drawer. And it just so happened, that my little screwdriver, this is the one that I need. This little tiny baby thing here. Because it's meant for these little tiny ass freaking screws. Yeah, guys, so congratulations once again to the contest winners from last month. Roy and Dennis. Cool. That's 2 new winners. There it goes. All right, see, there you go. And we gotta start this side a little more. Works so much better when you got the right equipment. There we go. Come on, damn it.
There it goes. Kind of a pain in the ass to get it started, guys, but once you get it started, she goes. Like I said, they would fit a hell of a lot better if these were the right size. These servos are just a little bit thicker, thick-wise, like than the ones that are supposed to go in it. So these right here, the width of them, they're just a little bit thicker than the ones that would normally go in this. I'm assuming that's what it is because every one of these so far has done this. It's just they've gone in kind of hard because they're a little bit wider and a little bit thicker, and we're talking about like a millimeter or two. That's all it takes, though. That's all it takes. And then now I can take the larger screwdriver and put some pressure on it and tighten them in good. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Yep, that's it right there, guys. Just like that. I mean, technically, those should sit down pretty flush, but that's all right. All we're doing is trying to get those to be. All we're trying to do is get those held in there. And then where did that one go? Anyway, let me check the chat real quick, you guys. I know I've been down here messing, fiddling with this model a lot. Oh, wait, Dave, what are you talking about? Crunk. What is that? Galucci? Crunk Galucci. That's a sweet name, dude. I'm going to get you a wrench, bro. You show up on the 1st of the month, next month, and we'll get you in the giveaway. We'll give you a number for the giveaway. You also have to be a subscriber, too, so make sure you go over and subscribe real quick. That's a big thing. Being a subscriber is part of the deal. My giveaways are subscriber only, pretty much. That's it. I mean, it's not pretty much. That's the way it is. That's the way I've always done it. And that's the way I'll always continue to do it. I do the giveaways for the subscribers. Straight up. That's why I do my giveaways. That's the way of me giving back to my subscribers. God, look at that. Look at that fit, you guys. Look at that. That's just money. I mean, you just don't get it better than that, you guys. These, if you have not installed one of these types of fins on an airplane, one of these types of elevators, you guys, they are kind of a pain in the ass to get perfect. And I made sure that I got those in there perfect. We used was 30-round magazines as well. Well, we had 30-round mags, but when you got to understand, when the time Eric went over there, that was pretty far in between the time when I was over there, you guys. Like I was over there directly after the towers got hit. I'm 38 years old. I'm almost 40. So we had 45-round clips. It took a while for them to get us some good gear out there, man. It took a while for them to get their shit together, and it definitely wasn't. They definitely hadn't figured everything out yet before I left. So yeah, I know, man. 38 years old, bro. I think back to the day that shit happened, bro. I was on leave, and I was at Disneyland. My wife worked there. My wife at the time, not the wife that I'm with now, my ex-wife. She was on an internship working at Epcot Studio for college, and she had free passes for a week. I was going to spend a couple of weeks there, and do a week's worth of going to all the different theme parks there. We were going to do Universal Studio as well. And I was 3 days into my leave. 30 days. I had 30 days worth of leave, you guys. 30 days worth of leave. And So you guys had 30. Yeah, we most of the stuff that we did use, Eric, was 30 round mags, but we did have some 45s too. 40s or 45s? Hold on, let me think now. No, they were 45s because that's what I have now. That's what I'm using now, and they were the same ones that I'm using now. As a matter of fact, two of those magazines that I have are the exact same ones that we used over there. I was sitting there one morning. I woke up and I went out in the living room of her little like apartment that she was staying in, and I sat down on the couch, and I was a big coffee drinker back then. Not that it did anything for me. Coffee actually does the exact opposite for me because I have ADD. So coffee actually makes me tired, where most people, caffeine wakes you up. Caffeine actually puts me to sleep. So anyways, I'm sitting there drinking the coffee just because I like drinking coffee. I just like the taste of coffee. French vanilla coffee, hazelnut, doesn't matter. I just like flavored coffee. And I'm looking at the TV and the news channel's on, and all of a sudden I see one of the towers on fire. One of the twin towers on fire. And I'm like, what fucking movie is this? You know? And right as I said that, a plane come barreling in and hit the other tower. I actually watched it live as it fucking happened. Craziest shit I've ever seen in my fucking life. And the first thing that came to my mind was thinking of what my stepdad told me before I went active duty in the Army. Well, just think of this, Dave. You'll be going in during peacetime. You'll be able to do your career, get your career over with, not have to deal with any major war or conflict, and get out. Just like your dad. Boy, was he wrong. That shit sucked, man. So as you guys know, instantly all flights were grounded, except for military flights, hot flights and stuff like that to get you back to your post and stuff like that. And that's what I did. I got on the next hot flight, and I got my ass back to Alaska as fast as I could. Took me about 8 different hot flights just to get to Washington. And then I stayed in Washington for 2 days before there was because most planes that go up to Alaska, there are some airliner planes that go up into Alaska, like Anchorage and stuff, but I had to go to Fairbanks. There's no airport that's big enough in Fairbanks for a big commercial airliner. So the biggest plane that you can actually take up there is like the size of like a DC-7 or something like that, or DC-6 or something like that. You can't go any bigger than that. Mostly like prop planes, mostly not jet engines. When you fly out of Fairbanks, you're flying out on a prop plane. You're flying out on a twin prop. And I finally found a flight back up to Fairbanks, and when I got there, the post was locked down so tight that not even military personnel could get on post. So I got all the way back there just to have to go and spend a week over at my buddy's apartment, because if you lived off post and you were in the Army and you lived off post, you're not getting on base. When the base shut down, not even military personnel were allowed to get back on post unless you were NCO status or officer status, which means you had to be an EFI, or you had to be a corporal or higher, period. Anything E4 and below, just chill until we call you. That's basically what your platoon sergeant was telling you. It's like, well, fuck, if I knew that, man, I would have just stayed in fucking goddamn back in Disney. I wouldn't even have come home so soon. So I ended up spending like a week before they would even let us back on post. Well, like 5 days. And it was just a mess, man. It was just an absolute mess. Everything was chaos. Everybody was on red alert. Like everybody, the whole post was like, I'd never seen so many NPs in my life. You had instead of having one night desk, like you have one CQ desk, right? And at that CQ desk every night, one person from the company has to sit at the CQ desk for the barracks. Well, with our particular company, we were split in between two barracks. We had the brand new barracks, which is the ones that I stayed in. And then there was the projects that we called them the projects because they were the old barracks, the old school barracks from like the 40s and 50s. So we had to have two people from the battalion each night sit at CQ. You had to have an NCO, and you had to have a person that was E4 and below. During that time, bro, they wanted a full squad on watch. We were armed. That was the first time that we ever had to arm ourselves on base, was during that time. We were all armed. All the officers got a sidearm and their M16. A2, we didn't actually start getting the M4s, guys, until we actually deployed. The M4s didn't even come out until we actually, well, they were already out, but we didn't actually get the M4s until after we deployed and we're over there already. But we had our M16s. If you had a personal weapon inside of the armory, you could have your personal weapon. Of course, I had my own. I had my own AR-15. And I much rather would have had my AR-15 than that shitty M16 that they were trying to make me use. I mean, you could take that thing and shake that M16 like this, and everything was just rattle, 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 rattle. It jammed every other round. I mean, it was just the shittiest. It was the shittiest piece of weaponry I've ever had to deal with in my life. So I actually went out and purchased my own AR-15, and you were allowed to use your own firearms during that time. Going overseas, you get what they give you over there. We actually don't deploy with our armory. The armory stays back in the armory. Like anything that's in the armory stays in the armory. You get all brand new weaponry and equipment and surveillance stuff once you get deployed and you're over there. But yeah, guys, man, that post was locked down like that for quite a while, man. Took 5 days just for me to be able to get back on post. We had to call in every day, like formation times. So our formation times were like 6 in the morning. We had PT formation, which is at 05:30. So you had to be there 05:30 to 06:30. And then you go eat breakfast and you have to be back by 07:30. Yeah, 07:30. Always 10 minutes prior, guys. Remember that everywhere you went, it was always 10 minutes prior. Go 10:30 or 07:30. You were back in formation again for morning formation. Then you come back for formation again for lunch, 11:30. And then you'd get dismissed for lunch. And then we would have our evening, 04:30. We would have our evening formation, and that was it. That's how it worked. I believe in the Navy, they call it muster. You guys had to muster. We formed up. That's just the two different military branches calling it what they call it. You guys mustered, we formed up. Simple as that, yo. Simple as that. All right, so but yeah, pretty messed up shit, you guys. Not fun at all. Like I said, probably one of the worst times I ever had was that whole military shit. I mean, it went from just like chilling around in the butt hut each day, and that's what we used to call it. I don't know what you guys called it, Eric, but we used to call it the butt hut. And that's just basically where we would plant our asses all day long if you weren't doing something, if we weren't in formation, or you weren't, cleaning out one of the LMTVs or one of the Humvees. See, each squad had an LMTV. Each platoon had an LMTV, but each squad had a Hummer. And it just so happened that we had to do maintenance on those things every day. And once your morning maintenance was over, So this one's working good. Once your morning maintenance was over with your vehicles, then you could do whatever the hell you wanted, man. You could do whatever the hell you wanted until it was time to form up for lunch and shit. And once you form up for lunch, after lunch, then you don't have to come back until dinner. And once you come back for dinner, then that's the way it was every day, man. Every day, same thing, every day. Pretty fucking monotonous, but it's the way it was. That's what I thought. They're fucking black. I knew that. This one doesn't even go on here. This white one doesn't even go on this one. That goes on one of the reverse servos. This one takes this one. Once you go black, you never go back, baby. That's what this servo's saying anyway. Yep, that's right. Look at that. Perfect. Look at that shit. Fits on there like a glove. But yeah, pretty much that's it. That was it, guys. That's it. It was pretty shitty times, man. Not fun, that's for sure. Not fun. Wasn't long after that before I was deployed. We were actually one of the first fucking units deployed over there. And we were not fucking ready to be there. We were not ready to be over there. Our equipment was outdated. We actually got in a lot of fucking trouble. We were the laughing stock of the fucking military. It was actually pretty bad, you guys. It was pretty bad, that first fucking deployment that literally lasted less than 6 months because they sent us all packing. Like the fucking General Chiefs of Staff or whatever, General of the Army, General Shinseki was pissed that we were even over there with the equipment that we had. We were the laughing stock of the military. It was absolutely ridiculous. They even wrote an article in the military magazine about us and just how, I mean, people, if this was the regular workplace, people would have gotten fired, man. There would have been a lot of people losing their jobs, man. It was pretty bad, man. And you know, they even what pissed them off the most is that we had to go and check. So basically what happened, okay, we have to go and everything that's in so basically all of our stuff that we have, if it's not weaponry all stays in the armory, which is inside of the barracks. And then every platoon has their own Connex, okay? A Connex, if you guys don't know what a Connex is, it's a big roll-off can. And basically it's like, I don't know, about 40 feet long by like 10 feet wide by like 8 feet tall. And basically it's full of all of your equipment. Everything that you would do as an engineer, as a combat engineer, everything that you would use is in that Connex. There's earth moving equipment. There's tampering equipment. There's tamper equipment. I mean, anything and everything that you would have to do to build or to lay down a road, or all the equipment that you would need for that is in there. The problem is all of our shit was from back in Vietnam. Everything that was in there was like from like fucking Korean War and shit. I mean, it was all outdated. Every bit of it was outdated. Did it work? Yeah, it worked. But it was all outdated. It was all shit and it was crap. And when the military deploys a unit, they want them showing up with like the good stuff. You don't want to be showing up with crap equipment that's barely running or it takes a little while to get running. It's just it was a real shit show, man. It was pretty bad. Like, one of these days, Eric's gonna do an interview on me and what happened and all the shit that happened during that time. We haven't done it yet. I keep telling him we can do it, but we just haven't really gotten around to doing it. But it was a shit show, man. It was. By the time our second deployment came around, we weren't even in Iraq anymore. We were going to Afghanistan. And that was, I don't even know why we were there. I know why I was there, because my MOS changed, and I went from being a combat engineer to an 88 Mike, which is a truck driver. And the second time I deployed, wasn't even with that unit anymore. It was with a completely different unit. And it was much better. It was a much better one. It was actually the full term on that one. I did the full term on that one. Yeah, the worst thing that I could have done was the worst thing that I ever could have done was switch from that 88 mic job back to an engineer again. That was the dumbest thing that I could have ever done. It was the worst mistake I made in my military career. It literally fucked me over emotionally. I mean, when you go to an engineer unit, just a regular engineer unit, we're not even talking about a combat engineer unit anymore, you guys. We're just talking about an average engineer battalion. 30% of those people that you're around all day don't even have high school educations, man. They don't even have a high school fucking diploma. And there's nothing worse than I consider myself an intellectual. I'm not like you're like fucking Einstein or anything. But being around a bunch of dumb motherfuckers all day really takes its toll on you. And I couldn't take it anymore. I immediately asked if I could go back to my old job and shit like that, and it just wasn't happening. And I decided I'm not gonna fucking re-enlist, man. I'm not gonna re-enlist. I'm out of here, and that's that. I mean, not to mention my back was fucked. I got injured bad. My back was fucked up bad. My knees were shot. My knees were shot before I went in the military from playing sports in high school. I mean, my knees were already shot from playing basketball and football in high school. The military, they didn't help. That they pretty much finished off what was left of them. Both meniscus, ACL, MCL tear, PCL. Then my L4, L3. My L4 was pretty much disintegrated. Like the impact was so hard on my back when I fell. I jumped onto the back of a canopy truck. I thought it would break my fall, and I actually just went right through the canopy and landed on the wheel well on my back. And the wheel wells in those trucks are squared off. So my back landed right on the corner, like the corner that sticks up to complete the wheel well box. My back landed right on that corner. I instantly lost the feeling in my legs. I could not feel my legs. I couldn't walk. It was pretty bad. So made short work of that deployment. They send you to Germany to heal up. But what's cool is while you're in Germany healing up, there's a couple of things you can take advantage of over there, like your marksman test. You can actually take your marksmanship test over there while you're over there. And it's the only place you can get it. And instead of getting a badge right here on your uniform that tells you your marksmanship for your weapon, your M16 or M4 pre-qualification, you just usually get a badge over here that either said expert or Hawkeye expert, or I don't know. I was always an expert, so I don't know what the other one is. I can't remember what the third one is. But over there, if you qualify, you actually get an agulet. Oh, it's badass, man. It's the only time you can get this agulet. The only place you can get that agulet is if you take your qualification test in Germany, period. No ifs, ands, whats, or buts. And I ended up doing my weapons qual over in Germany. I ended up getting that agulet. And I'm telling you right now, it looks so fucking badass on your uniform. I ended up qualifying expert, which is the higher one that you are, the second highest one you can get. And it comes in like 3 different colors. You got a bronze, you got a silver, and you got a gold. I had the silver one. They're actually pretty cool, man. They're pretty cool. And that, like I said, it's the only way you can get that agulet is by taking your weapon qual in Germany. Don't ask me why. There's really no rhyme or reason for why they only give it to you in Germany. I don't know exactly. I think it had, you know, somebody did tell me why. It has something to do with an ex-soldier. Something about an ex-soldier. I don't know. I can actually look it up. But basically, it's the only place you're getting it, man. And I ended up getting. Do you get that agulet? And what is it? And he says it's a weapon qualification agulet. If you go when you're in Germany, if you're in Germany, ever in Germany, man, take up the opportunity to go do your weapon qualification. Whether you're there on leave, whether you're there because you're stationed there, whether you're there because of injury, anything. He said if you ever get the chance to take your weapon qual over there, or you're in Germany, even if you're just passing through, find the nearest base and see if you could do your weapon qual there. You actually wouldn't be able to do it that way. You would have to either have been put there because of injury or stationed there. You can't just like take a flight to Germany and go do it. It's not the way it works. So I did it, and I got the weapon qual. When I came back to my unit, he saw the agulet, and he's like, "You son of a bitch, man! You son of a bitch! You did it!" I was like, it was the only thing on my fucking mind as I was sitting there healing. I was like, I want that agulet. I want that agulet. It's like, I want that fucking agulet. You know, I kept thinking about it. As soon as I can get up and walk, as soon as I can get out of here, I start healing and doing rehab. I want to go get that. I want to do that. I wanted to do it so bad. I did. I got it. I fucking got it, man. And it's not an easy one to get. It's not an easy. Well, it's not an easy one to get because it's not an available one to get. I mean, it's just not an available thing. It's not something that every soldier gets. Like, most of the people that actually have them is because they were stationed over there at one point in time in their career. That's why they have them. I just got lucky, and I was injured, and I had to spend time over there to heal and to rehab, and that's how I got mine. So it's pretty cool. It was actually pretty cool. Take the good with the bad. I'm just taking a couple of little snips out of this real quick before we finish out. All right. Yeah, you guys, this is gonna be so sick when it's done, you guys. It's actually almost done. We'll be done with this thing here pretty soon, you guys. Like, not long at all. We don't have a lot longer to go with this. Not much more to go at all. Almost done. We got to do. We got to get these fans installed. Get these fans installed. Get the ESC installed. Get everything wired up. Get everything ran up to the nose. Make sure all of the servos are moving the right way before you actually get it up there. Got to install the gear. I got to find that's going to be the problem. I got to go find those fucking extensions, and we're not going to do that tonight. That'll be something for a later video. But I definitely would like to have these fans installed and get the rest of these servos installed tonight. I would like to have these done by the time I get off the live stream tonight, for sure. So that's it, guys. That's it. See the little notches? I take out a couple of little notches, and then I'm telling you, man, like a fucking glove, like it's supposed to be there. Like, how's your mother? And then what I do is, because it does need to, you do need to break this a little bit. This little, not a lot. You just got, you really just have to break it, the top layer of foam, just like that. You're not digging any foam out. You're just breaking the foam just a little bit. In that groove where the lip sits. And why you do that is actually pierce into the foam a little bit. And that's exactly what you want to do. Just like that. Just like that. And that's it. That's it. Now that bitch is sitting in there. Now we can put this cover on. Put this cover on here. Oh, that one actually went in better. This one right here just went in better than any of the other ones that I've done before. You guys, I'll check the chat in just a second. Let me put these two in, and then we'll check the chat real quick. We're close with this, guys. You guys, we're close, man. We're close with this. We are pretty close with this. We are freaking close, man. Like I said, make sure you guys grab the right screws. Make sure you grab the right screws. They'll have like a little back on them like this, you guys. They'll look. Oh. Anyways. They got a little lip on them. You'll notice them. There's no way you can miss them. Yeah, this one's going to go on way easier because it's not sticking up as much. Oh, yeah, look at that, right in. Yep, just like that. It's already going in. Yeah, this one's fitting in better than all the rest of them. I don't know what was different about this one. Oh, that's going to sit in there flush. This is the only one that's actually going to sit flush. And I don't know what's done. I don't know what's different about this one than the rest of them. I think it's just bad fitment, period, with this plane. Look at that. That's perfect. That's sitting in there perfect, you guys. That one's sitting in there better than any of the rest of them. All the rest of them kind of raise up like this a little bit. This one is sitting down so flat. The servo's in there nice and even. It's moving the right way. I've already checked that. All right, so we just got to put that rear servo in. Oh, shit. We're supposed to have one more servo here. Shit. No way. Are you kidding me? 1, 2, 3. Oh, god damn it, you guys. Fucking A, man. I can already see what I did wrong. I can already see what happened. I ordered one too many reverse servos. I need one more regular servo. I'll order it once we get off of here. So what I'll do is I'll just run the ESC for now. So we got all of these. I ordered one too many of these reverse servos and not enough. I need one. I got an elevator servo that still needs to go in, and it's got to just be a regular servo like that one, I think. Yeah. So. At least I think so, right? No. It is no. See, no, it is supposed to be a reverse servo back there. That is, I know what I'm doing. I know what the fuck I'm doing. Dave, you know what you're doing. Don't question yourself ever again, dude. You're a boss, bro. Fuck all that noise. Yes, that's supposed to be a reverse servo back here on the elevator. All right, so. Why are you not fitting on right now? Fuck. Hold on, you guys. Hold on. I gotta plug this computer in, you guys. First I gotta do this first. Fuck, man. There it goes. Okay. All right. Now I just gotta test this. I gotta test this quick because I actually gotta use this plug to plug in the fucking computer real quick, you guys. All right, so we'll center mass. We'll unplug that. Hold on, guys. I gotta plug this computer in real quick, or else you guys are gonna get tossed. Well, actually, the stream will actually just sit there and keep going until I actually get the computer back on. Go online. Stop the fucking stream. You guys will just be sitting at a blank, staring at a blank screen, which is pretty gay. It's pretty gay. I got to admit, it's pretty gay. It's pretty gay. It's pretty gay. Yeah, guys, this is actually coming out pretty good. I'm actually pretty excited. I wanted to get shit done on this plane during the show tonight and just chill with you guys and hang out. I'm glad you guys are keeping yourselves company because I really have been focusing on just getting this shit done, which is what I wanted to do. So when I go to bed tonight, all these servos will be installed. That'll just be fucking awesome to have all these in. All the servos will be done. We'll have both ESCs ran, both fans in. We'll have we'll at least have the cover on. It's not going to be screwed on, but it'll be on. There it is. That's on. Yeah. So yeah, that's right. So when I spin it right, that's going to go that way. Yeah. So this is supposed to be a reverse servo back here. Oh, damn it. It's still going to have to go. Damn it. It's still. I forgot. It's still going to have to go in upside down, though. It's still going to be reversed, though, but it has to go in upside down on this side. It's just the way it is. The way it wants it. Oh, what a pain in the ass these little screws are. I should have had Ricky send the midgets over to do this job. Ricky, send the midgets! We need the midgets, bro. We need their assistance. AKA Captain Photon. Goes. Oh, what a... And the elevator servos, man. The elevator servos fit in nicely too, for whatever reason. I don't know. Just don't know why. Ugh, there it goes. Ugh. All right, so all right, that's in. That's in right there. Now we just got one more cover. It's right there. That's it. Oh, that's sick, you guys. This is almost done. This is almost done. Well, this part is almost done anyway. Hey, where'd that bag go? Just like that. Just like that. Kyle, you're kicking ass in there, bro. I hear that clash of steel and metal and iron and sinew. Must be playing that ninja or that assassin game. For real? What, this elevator that it keeps popping up, it keeps moving up on me, and it's really aggravating me. Oh my god, that's so cool. I'm really actually quite surprised that went in one shot. didn't. That's because it didn't go in one shot. Oh, what a fucking bitch. I can't see it. So we're gonna have to use. I don't understand why it does that. Oh, that one's kind of a bitch to put on the back there. So, okay, what do we got? ESC. We got to run this ESC through now. And then that'll be it for tonight, guys. I think we'll have had enough done tonight with just doing that. I'll be satisfied with that. I will be satisfied with that. All right, let's go. I think I want to go up in this way first. Hopefully I can get it in there. Oh, okay. Yep, there we go. Come on, give me those. Yeah, boy. Nothing usually goes easy, guys. That was actually pretty simple. Look at that. So we want that facing in. Boom. Look at that. Oh my God, dude, those couldn't fit in there any better. So now we've got 1, 2, 3 coming out. One. 2. Just like that, you guys. Boom. Look at that shit, boys. That's fantabulous. Damn, son. Look at that. Both ESCs ran. Those go up front. And then what I'll do is in my spare time, like tomorrow or the next day, we'll get all these servo wires ran up in. But for now, oh my God. Oh my God, you guys. Oh my God. I mean, come on. Look at the fit and finish on there. Look at that fit, you guys. It actually does go down flush too. That's just absolute craziness, you guys. That's sick. That's sick. I mean, it's awesome. I was worried that this build was going to give me a hassle. I was worried that it was going to give me problems. I was worried that things weren't going to go right, and it's completely the opposite, you guys. Completely the opposite. Boy, those dude, you guys, these in runners are going to sound sick. And it's definitely going to sound a fuck of a lot better than the stock system that goes in this bitch. I can tell you that. The stock system that goes in this plane, if you guys go and watch a video right now of the way, oh, you know what? Garbage. There's no way I was going to allow my plane to sound like that. They just sound like shit on those 5-blade systems. Absolute garbage. RC Freak. Pat's Nation. That's right, baby. Pat's Nation all day long at Dave's RC. We are definitely Pat's fans here. You guys, I wanted to send a picture to Motion RC of my either my L39 or my F16 or my F16, and I forgot to do it. I think one of those liveries had a good chance at placing at least. All right, let's find one here. We can't do his because his actually sounds good. He actually has good. I think this one right here might be one. Yeah, I think this is one right here. Just listen to how unbalanced and how shit it sounds. Sounds like shit. Just listen to that sound. It's fucking god awful. That just sounds like shit, you guys. And these in runners that I have in here are not going to sound like that. These things are going to sound sick. I'm freaking stoked, you guys. I'm stoked. We're almost done with this. I mean, we got to put some gear in. We got to send some rods up. It's just buttoning everything up now. We got to put the control rods on. I mean, it pretty much from here, it's your basic fucking plug and play from here, you guys. That's what this plane is right now. It's like it's just your basic plug and play. I got to dig my extensions out tonight. And I think what I'm going to do, instead of using that stupid sequencer of theirs, I'm going to make the gear doors in the front, I'm going to make them mechanical, kind of like the Ebony front gear door. I'm actually going to use the same system as the Ebony uses with that spring. You hit it and it goes in. I can actually fabricate those two front gear doors to do that. These two front gear doors are very similar to the Ebony's front gear doors. Very similar. They're like the same length and everything. So I'm going to adopt that idea and use it on the front. And I'm just going to plug a 3-headed Y into the gear. That way I don't have to mess around with any kind of sequencer or any of that shit. So I'll run up all the wires tomorrow morning. We also have to make sure the back end of this, it's got thrust vectoring. We're not going to use thrust vectoring on this plane, you guys. There's just no need of it. I don't need thrust vectoring. I've never used thrust vectoring. We have planes that have thrust vectoring, but I've never used it. I did watch a tutorial that Captain Mike put up, and it seems pretty easy to actually use the thrust vectoring and get it programmed into the radio. It seems easy enough. But I would just never use it anyway. So I don't think this plane needs thrust vectoring anyhow. This plane's super light. It's got a big power system in it on a 6S system, on a 6S power system. This thing's gonna go balls to the walls as it is. It doesn't need to have thrust vectoring. Like I said, I don't fly 3D like that anyways, or use thrust vectoring anyhow. So it would just be pointless for me to have it. I would never switch it on. Just got to put the gear in, get the extensions, run them up to the front. And then we also actually have to have a Y harness for the ESC as well, you guys, because those are two separate ESCs that we'll have to Y together and plug them in. What else? Got to get the gear wire together. We have like just some places on here that we just have to glue some pieces in. Like there's like this cage box right here, this thing right here. It actually goes in the plane right here. It's actually there for, it's supposed to be there to hold your ESCs. However, my ESCs are mounted all the way back here in the back of the plane. So I'm not going to need my ESC, this thing for my ESC. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm just going to I'm going to convert this into like just a cheater vent. That's it. Just like a little cheater vent right there. That way the air comes through this hole and goes down. Here, let me show you guys. Can't see what I'm showing you here. Right here, I'm going to turn this into just a cheater vent. This goes all the way down and into the back of the plane, where you can see we have the two fans installed. Got our two fans installed already, and my ESCs are right here, and right here. They actually fit into these little slots right here, and then we can put our cover on nice and tight. Boom, cover. Boom, boom. And then we got the cover on, and then this thing back here, there's supposed to be a servo in here, and that servo is for, give me a minute, I'll think of it. What is that servo for back there? I think it actually has, that has to do with the thrust vectoring as well. We're not going to be using the thrust vectoring, so we'll actually just be covering this hole up right here. With the cover that it comes with. I'll put like a grate or a piece of like screen over this right here, and then we'll use that as a cheater vent going back to cool off the ESCs. A little bit of extra air for the fans. Yeah, guys, we're almost done. This thing is almost done. We just got to, like tomorrow, all these wires, all these ESC wire, or all these wires for the servos will be ran up to the front and wide off with their corresponding servo from the other spot on the other side. We'll also have the gear put in. We'll have all the gear put in, which will be sick. All the gear will be put in. Bada bing, bada boom. We'll put the gear in, and then nothing. That's it. That's pretty much it, you guys. And then most of the other stuff is just. Oh, that's right, you guys. I still have to put, after I get everything done on the bottom here, I still have to put my rudder servos in. The rudder servos are not in. It's because it's upside down right now. But I'll put the rudder servos in. Yeah, you guys, this is cool, man. We're almost done. We're almost done. We don't have a lot left to do on it, and I'm actually excited that it's almost done because I want to get it out of here. It needs to get out of my living room. Needs to get out of the living room, dude. It's been in here long enough. We've procrastinated. We've procrastinated with it long enough, you guys. It needs to be done. So tomorrow, you guys, I got the two flights that I'm doing in the morning. We got the Yak and the SU-30. Finally, it was supposed to be today, and it rained. And like I said, it's either been one thing or another lately with that shit. But tomorrow we're gonna get out there and we're doing it. Kyle's gonna go out with me in the morning. We're actually gonna go get Tyler too. We're gonna bring out a couple of the hand toss jets as well. the Panther. I fixed the Panther, and we got the Saber. We're gonna run those around a little bit too. Brand new batteries for both of those planes. And then, oh yeah, that's right. Before we go, I gotta show you guys, man. I got something for the AR-15, and that's the other video that we're gonna be making tomorrow. I'll be zero. I have to go get this thing sighted in. All right, guys. Say hello to my new toy. Oh, look at that shit, boys. Look at that shit, boys. It's got a reflex sight on the top. It's got a fucking scope. And it's got... That's right. Don't forget about it, baby. Where is Sarah Connor? She needs to come with me if she wants to live. Just kidding. I'm going to kill her. Wow. This thing is sick, you guys. I can't wait to get out and do this. Oh, yeah. And it fucking lights up, bro. You have no idea how ridiculous this is. Hold on. Where's that? No, that's for the reflex, right? Oh, that's the reflex sight. Hold on. Is that it? No, it's up here. Wait, I'm going to show you guys through the camera. Hold on. Actually, you can see it. It's on. You see the green light in there, dude? Look at that shit. Oh, it's so sick. Wait, let me see if I can get a good sight on this real quick so you guys can see up into the scope. It is fucking sick. Oh, yeah, look at that. Isn't that fucking bad to the motherfucking bone, guys? Look at that shit. And hold on, let me show you. The reflex sight up here. Oh. And then you have the reflex sight. Got a fucking red dot right there. This thing is badass motherfucking shit, you guys. So I'm taking this thing out tomorrow. I gotta get this thing sighted in. And then yeah, it's gonna be sick. Oh yeah, this is gonna be fun. Lots of fun. I can't wait. Yeah. Not to mention my daughter. My daughter wants to learn how to fire, and her boyfriend wants to learn how to fire. They never, my daughter or my daughter's boyfriend have never fired the AR-15. My son has, plenty of times, but my daughter hasn't. It's gonna be fun. So we're actually gonna do another video. Sighting this thing in. I've got fucking a shitload of fucking ammo. This thing is clean, ready to go. It's all fucking ready to go. And I actually, you know, what am I saying? It's clean. This bitch is always clean, you guys. There's never a time when this thing is not clean. If I take this thing out to fire it, as soon as I get it home, the upper receiver and lower receiver come apart. The bolt comes out. The bolt goes into its pieces. This thing. It goes into pieces immediately. That's just that. That's it. I don't fuck around, guys. When I use this thing, I clean it. When I get it home, and it's already soaking in gun oil. That scope's pretty badass, though. It's got a really nice picture. So when these systems first came out, dude, they were actually kind of chintzy and cheesy, and the people spoke. And they're like, you know, it's a complete piece of shit. The picture's foggy. You can't see through it very well. The reflex sight was like the only thing that was actually good on the whole weapon that everybody was saying. So what they did, instead of being a shit company and a shitty ass company, they decided, well, we'll fix the problems then. We'll fix the issues that people are having. So what they did was they put O-rings inside of this thing. They filled it with gas. Now this thing is actually it's filled with gas. And what that does is it prevents you from ever having, what happens is if there's air inside of a scope, right? Well, there's moisture in air, right? And what happens is if it's a hot day, cold day, that moisture condenses and gets on the inside of the glass. It makes it look foggy from the inside. Now these things are filled with gas, and they have rubber O-rings in here that seal it in, so the gas never escapes. It can never get out. The gas stays in there forever. It's basically hydrogen. So when you look down through the scope, you're seeing a clear sight picture all the time, as long as you keep your lens clean, or use your lens covers or whatever. But now that they've filled it with gas, this picture is, I mean, I can read shit with this, you guys. Like, I don't know how my glasses on. I could never read that up there, that crock pot. And I can read it from here. I mean, I can read the fucking calendar from here, for fuck's sake. Kayla is having nothing for lunch tomorrow because it's fucking Saturday. That's right. So anyways, yeah. But yeah, guys, so I'm gonna take it out tomorrow. I'm gonna zero it in, and I'll probably do that live because I'll be over at my friend's house in his backyard, in his at his rifle range, and I'll have access to his Wi-Fi there, and I'll be able to use their Wi-Fi, and I'll be able to get a nice stream going while we're zeroing this in, and I'll show you guys my way of zeroing in a scope or a sight or iron sights or whatever. ACOG scope. That was what was on this before, was iron sights, and before that I had an ACOG scope on it. The ACOG scope was, well, it suffered from that same bullshit that this scope suffered from before they fixed it, and that was the fact that in between the two pieces of glass in the ACOG scope, it's just regular air in there, and the sight picture would get foggy. You couldn't take that thing out on a cold day, and if it was a really freaking hot day, you couldn't use it either because the lenses would just fog up from the inside. There's nothing you could do about it. So now that I have this one, I feel a lot better. I like the scope on this thing. It really does. It sends you down range quite a bit. You can see shit from a ways away. And then this side-mounted laser pointer is actually fully adjustable at the head. So basically, you put your rifle, you put your dot on your center mark on your target. You shoot, and then if the round is to the left or the right or up or down of the dot, you just adjust these two little screws in the head of this thing to get that dot to go where your round is. And then once you do that, it's zeroed in. Very simple, very easy to do. The way the military does it, they make you fire 3 rounds at a target, and you'll get a group. And then, say if your bullseye's here, they want to take your group that you just shot and move it to your bullseye. Well, I want to move my bullseye to my group. Yeah, I don't know if it makes sense. I just do it a different way so that I'm not sitting there shooting 3 rounds and then shooting another 3 rounds and then shooting another 3 rounds when I can just take that group and move it, like with maybe shooting 6 shots, I can get it done. So it should be a lot of fun. Should be a lot of fun going out and firing this thing. I've always loved firing this thing. I love this gun. I love this rifle. It's one of my most prized possessions. And I felt it needed an upgrade, so I got it a fucking upgrade, you guys, and I think it's a damn good upgrade. Adds a little bit of weight to the weapon, but this is a Ruger, and it's already fairly light as it is. It's light. I mean, but adding that scope did add some weight to it, which is good for me because I wanted. When you're holding this thing and you're a big guy like myself, it feels like a fucking toy. I mean, it does. It's not heavy at all. It feels like a toy. With that scope on there now, it gives it some weight. And now I don't feel like a fucking goddamn gorilla playing with a banana. Feels like it's got some weight. Like when I was in the military, I usually carried around the M60 because I was one of the bigger guys in the platoon most times. I mean, I was the biggest guy in the platoon. In every platoon I was in, I was the biggest guy. So I would get to carry around the saw, which felt great because it's a big, heavy rifle. Our big heavy machine gun. These things always felt like little fucking pellet guns to me, BB guns to me. This one doesn't now. It has weight to it. It feels great. Feels nice. Yeah, I can't wait. It's gonna be sick, you guys. That's gonna be awful nice to be able to go out and zero this in finally. Hold on, I'm gonna go put it back in my room. I don't want anything to happen. I want to put the lens covers back on. Fuck yeah. Semper Fi, do or die. But yeah, guys, I mean, that's pretty much it for now. I seen you guys, some of you guys in here. Pilot Ryan's in here. What's up, Pilot Ryan? What is up, my man? Bro, I want to apologize to you. I already did earlier in the stream. After I got done with my stream last week, bro, dude, my face was all swelled up and it was starting to like hurt pretty bad. It was pretty bad. And I took some ibuprofen. I fell asleep, man. By the time I woke up, it was midnight, dude, and I missed your stream, dude. And I was like, fuck. I really did want to wake up for the stream. I actually woke up and grabbed my phone immediately to go into your stream. Realized that it was midnight and your stream was already over, bro. So I am sorry that I missed it. I have been catching your flight videos and stuff, though. Watched a little bit of your stream on the replay. So I just want to apologize that I wasn't in there. Like I was telling everybody earlier. You guys aren't just fucking subscribers. You guys are friends. I consider you guys friends at least. And you got to be there for your friends, man. You do. If you're not there for your friend, you're not a very good friend yourself. So, and you're always in my fucking streams, dude, and I owe you that. So, oh shit. Well, at least I'm doing something for the community then, right? 3.6 is my option unless totally messed up though. Crappy manufacturing is probably one of the best. What is it? Best all-around rifles in my book. What is probably one of the best all-around rifles in your book? Are you talking? Are you saying 30-06? 30-06. Is that what? Yeah, there you go. 30-06. Okay. Yeah, 30-06. That's what I thought he was trying to say. So a 30-06 would be a. Wouldn't that be? Doesn't that take a? That takes a 308, right? That takes a 308. 30-06, right? .30-06, yeah. Look at Randy's. Oh God, I don't know if I should. What did Randy say? Where's the comment? Randy. Where is it? Oh, how long ago? I don't see it. I don't see Randy. Where the hell is Randy? I don't see Randy's comment. I don't even see it. Eric, we use for almost anything except armor. What, 30-06? Yeah, that's what I hunt with, or well, what I used to hunt with. I don't really hunt anymore. I think hunting is crazy. Sandbag for my dad. Bird whiskey bottle. I got 200 yards. You're back too far, dude. That's what he was talking about his .6. His .6? Oh, okay, so he has a 30-06 as well? I'm sorry, I have to sit this fucking close to the computer, you guys. I don't see it because I don't have my glasses on. Those are the shoot lighters when you hit them. Bro, Eric, you can take that same lighter, right? And just throw it on the ground really freaking hard, dude, and it'll blow up the same way. Freddie Barron, what's going on, man? Good to see you, man. How you doing? Yeah, so back when my dad used to, well, he used to make me go hunting with him, is what I should say. I used a 30-06 and a 308. Well, whichever one I wanted to. They were both really my dad's rifles. And for some reason, he liked to use the 30-30 Winchester. My mom bought him a anniversary edition 30-30 Winchester rifle. It had a gold lever. I had a gold trigger. The hammer on it was actually gold, and I'm not talking about just like gold plated. I'm talking about gold, you guys. The shit was, like I said, like a limited edition 30-06 Winchester 30-06 special edition rifle. It's a rifle that you keep in your gun case or keep on display. That's what this rifle is intended for. It's a real rifle. It really fires. But he's so country and redneck, man. He wanted to use that thing while he hunted. I'm like, Dad, that is a showpiece. That's, she paid like so much money for that thing. That's not something that you go carrying around through the woods and in the mud and the grime and the grit. That's something that's supposed to stay on the goddamn wall, man. I mean, you don't take that out hunting. And he's like, well, he's just too redneck. He's just too much of a country ass Mainer. And he loved that thing. And as much love as he had for that weapon, he didn't want it sitting on a wall and being displayed on a wall. He wanted to hunt with it. He wanted to shoot and kill a deer with it. And that's what he did. He actually got a few deer with that thing. To be honest with you guys, I really didn't like shooting the Bambis. I'm sorry. They're fucking cute. I would actually sit there. They'd come under the tree stand and I'd be like, oh, I could have blown so many of those motherfuckers away, man. And I just let them go. What I would do is I would chase them to my dad, or kind of like, throw a rock this way so that, he would go this way. Throw a branch behind him so he would go that way, towards my dad. So if I knew my dad was out in front of me, I'd throw a stick down behind him and he'd take off. They always go in the exact opposite direction of wherever the noise came from. So if you throw something directly behind them, they're going to go the exact opposite of where they hear that noise. I did it so many times. So many times I chased deer over to my dad. Literally a half hour later, I hear, pa, 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 pa. Well, that's what I used to hear when you used the 308 semi-automatic, or when you used the 30-06 semi-automatic. Then it turned into a pow, 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 because you got to cock that 30-06 or that 30-30 every time. It's like so much easier when you got the semi-autos, man. So much easier. I did kill one deer in my life, and that's because I was with my dad the entire hunt. One of them came up. I was hoping, I was praying that whole day. I was like, I hope we don't see a deer today. I just hope we just see tracks and shit. His intentions were for me to kill a deer. He wanted me to kill a deer. It's fucking sick. He wanted me to do it. He wanted to witness me doing it, and he wasn't going to let me go off on my own until I killed a deer in front of him. And I gutted it in front of him and did all that fucking nasty shit in front of him. I did. I killed one fucking deer one time, and that was it. It was a great shot. It was a kill shot, right in his shoulder, right through his fucking heart, exploded his heart, dropped him right on the spot. He didn't fucking run nowhere. As soon as that round hit him in the chest, he fucking flopped. Pow! Right there. He dropped. And that's kind of the way you want to do it. You don't want to shoot a fucking deer and then chase him around the fucking woods for an hour looking at blood trails and shit. Because then you usually find them suffering or you find them dead. But you got to fucking go miles and miles. Those motherfuckers can go before they finally kick and die. Their adrenaline gets going, and once their adrenaline kicks in, they can run for fucking miles before they finally die. And you don't want to do that. Basically, you just stay right there. Dad goes, gets the four-wheeler. Dad goes, gets the dirt bike, whatever we were on that day. and we go and find that motherfucker on the 4-wheeler. Yeah, that day, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to make sure when I shot that deer that it dropped him immediately. And I just remember my uncle telling me, man, put it right into his shoulder. If you got a good side view on a deer day, put it right in his shoulder, right here. You put that bullet right here, and it's going to hit. It's going to go in. It's going to hit bone. The bullet's going to shatter into pieces, and it's going to go right through his heart and blow his heart to pieces. And that's what happened. Blew his heart right. I mean, it blew his heart up. When we actually were gutting the deer, when we pulled the heart out, it was literally like exploding. It was a great shot. It was a good shot. That's what it was. It was a good shot. And I'm glad that's the way it happened, because I don't like seeing things suffer. I don't like knowing that I've wounded something and it's out running in the fucking woods, and now I got to go find it and fucking maybe shoot it again. I don't want to have to do that. Don't get me wrong. I love deer meat. I especially love moose meat. Now, I will go kill a moose. I'll kill a moose. Well, first off, because there's so many of those goddamn things in this state. And their meat is just so good. It's not gamey tasting like deer. Deer has like a real gamey taste to it. I don't really care for that gamey taste. But moose doesn't have that gamey taste to it, man. It tastes like the leanest beef you've ever had in your life. It's just really good, man. Moose burgers, man. I've had moose. My dad used to get a moose permit every year, and he would go moose hunting with my uncles and stuff. I was never lucky enough to get one, but I do love moose meat, man. Moose meat is some of the best meat you can get out in the wild. That's right. You want to make moose burgers, you have to mix it with pork fat. Don't forget that. So when you're grinding your fucking moose meat up, you actually have to mix it with pork fat. You can actually just get some like pork belly and cut the fat out of the pork belly, and then cut it into chunks and mix it right in with your chunks of moose meat, and then blend it all together. If you don't, you're going to have a burger that just falls apart. It's not going to stick together. It's just going to be crap. Air Marshal. Hey, Air Marshal. Yes. Oh man. Yeah, you gotta love some moose knuckles. Oh fuck, man. Leave it up to Dave, dude. But yeah, man, I don't like killing things. I really don't. So I don't go hunting anymore. I have an AR-15. I have that AR-15 is not for fucking hunting animals. That is for protection. That weapon is for protection, and for me to go out and just keep my skills sharp, man. You never know when that time may come where the UN troops march down the street and start disarming everyone. They're gonna have a hard time disarming this motherfucker. That's for sure. Because I will run into the woods with my fucking family, and if I see one blue fucking helmet come anywhere near me, it's gonna get a bullet put in it. That's just that. That's it. You're not going to come fucking disarm me if there's going to be some natural disaster that's about ready to happen, and it's going to be every man for himself. I think I'll keep my weapons. Get the fuck out of here. I'm trying to disarm you so that you're an easier target. You'll die quicker, and it'll be done. No, I'm all set, man. I'm a fighter. I'm not going to go down like that. Raven Rock, what's up, man? So Raven, when are those F-14 plates going to be available? Do you guys have them available? Oh, UN troops. I was talking about blue helmets, UN troops. So when Hurricane Katrina happened, right? The levee broke and everything. The UN troops and the National Guard, you're actually not supposed to use your own military against your own people. It's actually completely against the fucking law. And they were actually taking UN troops and the National Guard, and they were going and they were fucking kicking people out of their neighborhoods, kicking people out of their houses and stuff. And some of these guys were fucking sitting there with their weapons. You know, you come anywhere on my property, we're going to shoot you. And they're trying to disarm these people. Well, some of these people down in Louisiana are armed to the teeth, bro. They've actually got fucking cannons and shit. Like, it's ridiculous. Yeah, Texas and Louisiana, man. Those guys, man, they got some shit. But yeah, they went and they started fucking disarming people, and these guys are like, well, now what happens if someone tries to break into my fucking home and I don't have any goddamn weapons here to protect myself, and I fucking die protecting my home, and you assholes just came here and took all my fucking weapons. Basically, what they wanted them to do was leave. They wanted them to leave. There was too much damage. It wasn't safe to live in the area anymore. But some people actually took care of their property, sandbagged it, took care of their property, and they didn't have any fucking damage. And they wanted to protect their house. They wanted to protect what they had, you know? So, yeah, they started going. They had fucking tanks. They had fucking goddamn riot fucking vehicles, everything going, marching down each street. And I was saying, like, if there's ever a natural disaster or some type of extinction level event that happens on the planet, and the UN troops march down my fucking street with their blue helmets on, and they're trying to take my fucking weapons, I said, I'll take my family and run into the fucking woods with a tent. And I can survive off the land. I can live off the land here. I've lived in the state my whole life. I know the wild shit that we can eat here. I know the different types of fucking berries that grow around here wild that we can eat. The different types of animals that we have around here and how to hunt them and how to trap them. And I said, if I see one fucking blue helmet come anywhere near my family while I'm out in the woods, I said, I'll put a bullet in it. For those of you guys who don't know, the UN troops wear fucking blue helmets. Stupid blue helmets. They're the ugliest fucking helmets I've ever seen in my life. Well, I don't know what they wear now, but that's what they have worn in the past. Pre-order for what? An F100? Who's getting an F100? Who has an F100? Did someone come out with an F100 today? I don't know about. I've been behind the ball on everything, you guys. I haven't really been paying attention to shit. I've been fucked up, sick. Well, not sick, just fucking my tooth has been killing me. Who came out with an F100, you guys? The RC Air Marshal pre-ordered for the F-14 plates. Yeah, Raven, that's what I want to know. When Flex Innovations released an F-100. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Why does that always happen? Why does that happen? I've already got plans for next month, but you know what? Okay, so is that available at RC Jetworks? Oh yeah, Raven. I need to get on the mail list for some of those plates from the F-14. I'd like to actually do that before I actually fly it the next time. Of course it's badass, Roy. It's a fucking F-100. No, I'm just kidding. I'm actually gonna look at it right now, but my phone's about ready to die. So, RC Jetworks. Yeah, I love that camo on that F-16. It's pretty hot. Guys, I got a Flex Jet for sale. It doesn't have a power system in it. It's like an ARC Plus. It's got all the servos and everything in it, but it doesn't have the power system. All right, so RC Jetworks hasn't gotten them yet. So Flex Innovations F-100 Super Saber. It's a 90 mil too? Oh my fucking god. Oh, it's got two different liveries. Oh, I fucking like I like that. I like that US scheme though. Oh my god, look at it, man. Is there a video? Is there? There's got to be a video, right? I want to see a slideshow. I want to see a video. Oh my god, you guys. I'm sorry, but I'm actually getting a small erection right now. Just a chubby. It's not like full on. Oh, never mind. There it goes. Sorry, I lied. Wow. Wow. Motherfuckers. You sons of bitches. That's not bad either. That's not actually bad for a price either, man. That's actually not that bad. Yep, they do have a video out on it already. Get out. These motherfuckers. Like I told myself, I'm doing the pits next month. I'm doing the pits next month. Actually, are these out? Are these for pre-order right now, or are they actually out for sale already? Just pre-order? Oh my god. Let me guess, it's got the Aurora in it and shit too, huh? God damn it, I said I wasn't going to get another jet for a while. Yeah, I know, Roy. It does kind of take away from it, but I can still hear it though as it comes by. It does sound pretty good. It almost sounds like the Flex jet coming by. That's exactly what it sounds like. It sounds just as good as the Flex jet. Probably uses the same power system as the Flex jet. I can dig that. I can dig that. That's cool, man. That's cool. Yeah. So it's just for pre-order right now? Yeah, I did. I saw that, Airhammer. I saw that on RC Jetworks page. I saw the diagram anyway. Phone's gonna die. I have to put it down and plug it in a minute. Actually, you know what? I got this nifty little fucking thing now. Hold on. So, my buddy Tim, that I told you guys I went and picked up that night, these guys were gonna jump him. He gave me this badass mamma jammer right here. Basically, it's a fucking goddamn. This one is a nice one right here. Usually you get like 1 or 2 charges out of it. This thing will charge my phone. Bang, just like that. Boom, boom, boom. That will actually charge my phone 5 times. 5 times before I have to charge that pack again. So it's actually a really, really, really fucking good one. Yeah, I saw the front view picture where you could actually see right through the whole thing back to the EDF. As a matter of fact, one of these days I'm going to put together my own my own EDF jet. I'm going to design I'm not going to design it. The plane's already fucking designed. It's a plane that already exists. Well, it still does exist in probably boneyards across the United States. But I'm a really, really big fan of the F-84J or the F-84G. If you guys know what an F-84 is, it's just it looks like a MiG with straight wings, like a T-33. Basically, a MiG body with T-33 wings. It's called Thunderjet. It's a really, really nice plane. It's like 650 cals that it came equipped with. But it's not just. I just like the history of the plane. I like the plane. I just like the plane a lot. I really, really, really have a passion for that plane. I don't know why I have such a passion for that plane. I just like it a lot. I like the way it looks. I like the straight wing. They eventually did go to like an F-84J where they actually had swept wings, kind of like the Sabre does. But nothing beats that straight wing with the little fucking winglets on the end. I mean, just something about that plane just does something for me. And I know it's going to fly like amazing because it kind of would be like a cross between a MiG and a Panther or a MiG and the T-33. And the way that T-33 is flying and the way that Panther flies for me, and then you throw in that the fact that you're going to have that straight line right back to the EDF. If you look at the front of an F-84, it looks just like a MiG. It's a big open area, just like a Sabre. Opened up in the front, go straight shot all the way back to the EDF. And I think it would just make a really good EDF jet for that reason. It's just, it's got that streamline. It's got the streamline look. It's got the thrust tube already there. It's already set up. It's not like these planes right here where you got to have cheater fans and shit like that. The thing is literally set up as it's already like a rocket already. It's like a little missile. And I've just always had a soft spot for that plane. I've always liked that plane. Years ago, my dad, he's in the Navy. He's a retired Master Chief in the Navy. And his favorite plane in the whole world is the F-14D. And he's a big, huge Corsair fan. Loves the Corsair. But he also liked this damn Thunderjet. And he showed me it one day, and I started drawing pictures of it and stuff. And I just kind of fell in love with the plane because of my dad talking to me about it. And it's just a really sweet plane. It's a sweet ass plane, man. It's like the definition of cold air. It's the Cold War. It's that Korea Cold War era type of plane, and I absolutely love it. Like I said, don't ask me why. It's not particularly fast. It's not particularly maneuverable. It can carry a pretty decent payload, bombs or unguided rockets. It's not a dogfighter by any means. It's just a sweet looking fucking plane. It really is. It's just a sweet looking plane. I love the way it looks. And I want to make one of those and put it out on the fucking market. Put a nice 6S power system in it, something that's going to be efficient, but, quick, kind of like the T-33. I wouldn't even the same power system that's in that, something similar to that. But I would like to design one and put it out as a 90 millimeter plane, maybe an 80 millimeter, who knows? Probably a 90. Oh shit. Oh man. But yeah, guys, that's it for me for tonight, man. What time is it? Yeah, it's fucking midnight. I can hear my old lady in there tossing back and forth. That's her going. You want to come? So I gotta go in there and snuggles, and that'll quiet her up. But yeah, guys. So tomorrow we'll go out and we're gonna do the 2 flights, and then I'm gonna take that rifle out and we're gonna pop some shots off, man. That thing is so fun to shoot. I love it. Love it. Love it. It's just fun. It's fun to see. It's fun to watch. It's fun to experience. And I actually can't wait to see Kayla's boyfriend's face, my daughter's boyfriend. I can't wait to see his face the first time he hears that thing. It is quite shocking how loud it is. It's a very loud, snapping, just, it'll wake you up. It'll wake you up. you don't have coffee in the morning, just shoot your AR-15 off. It'll wake you up. And anybody that hears it, that's not ready to hear it, they're going to wake up too. But, yeah, we'll do that tomorrow. I'm actually kind of curious to see just how accurate we can get that scope. I've heard a lot of good things about the new and improved version that I actually bought. So I'm hoping that it's all good and it does well. So tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern time, guys, Pilot Ryan, Hanger Rats, all of us mofos get together and we have a fun time over there in the Pilot's Lounge, hanging out with Pilot Ryan. And most of the time, Bobby Committa is there as well. So it's usually a Ryan and Bobby. Ryan's always got something good going on, you guys. He's in cahoots with some of these bigger RC companies, and he gets the inside scoop, man, and he's earned that. He's earned that right to have that, and to be able to share that with some of us other YouTubers and some of you guys that aren't necessarily YouTubers, but you guys are all pilots, RCers. We should feel fortunate that we get that. So make sure you're over there 9 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow night. And then the Boozers have a show that they do 9 p.m. or 8 p.m. On Mondays, or 9 p.m. on Monday or Sundays. On Sundays they do their show Sunday night. Air Marshal Mondays, Dave Marshall. He's guys, he's got a good thing going on. He's got a nice show going on. He's got his formatting good. He's doing, he's got his shit together, man. And I just wish I knew computers as well as some of you guys did, or some of you guys do, because I'd make my stuff look a little nicer as well. But make sure you guys check out Dave, Air Marshal Mondays. You guys, he starts at 9 o'clock. Then Tuesdays, I think Bledsoe's Trains, he's been doing something on Tuesdays or every other Tuesdays or whenever he can. Ethan RC usually goes and does a stream after me. But I think because I'm gone so late tonight, I don't know if he'll do one tonight. I'm not sure. He might. Then Wednesday, Josh Weaven, followed by GB Linden. That's a hard one for me to catch, you guys. That's dead in the middle of my bowling. I bowl at that exact time. From the time they start till the time they finish, I bowl that entire time. And it's really hard for me to get in there and see them. And I feel bad, but on my weeks off when I don't bowl, like if I ask for the week off, we have enough players on our team so that we can have a sub. And I think I might take this week off and maybe catch the GB Linden show and Josh and them. So I can at least say that I saw their show once this month. Thursday, you guys, Kenny's awesome. Hangar 51, 9 p.m. Eastern time. I think we were up until like 2 or 3 in the fucking morning last night, and I had to call it quits. I had to go to bed. And he was still going, you guys, still going. He had that T-33 up on his table that he won from me a month or so ago. He got the German paint schemed one, but put a U.S. livery on it. Ended up throwing some lights from all of his crashed Avantis because he obviously cannot fly a fucking Avanti for the life of him. Give up, Kenny. Give up. Stop trying to fly Avantis. It's just like it's Ryan with the Havoc, me with the Havoc, you with the Avantis. Just give up, man. Just don't. Or else you're just going to have some spare lights. So he put the spare lights from his 3 crashed Avantis on this thing. I hope that that's not bad juju for your T-33, bro. No, I'm just kidding. It looks great. He's done a wonderful job. He put side marker lights on it, top lights, bottom lights, and then he put the clear blinking strobes on it from the Avanti. It looks good. It really does. It looks really nice. And he was up. I know I went to bed at like 3 o'clock in the morning, got off the stream at 3 in the morning, and they were still going strong. And then on Fridays, it's me, you guys. And I usually like to start at 9. My computer was doing a fucking update tonight, so I was planning on starting at 9:30, and I ended up having to start a little after 10 because my computer was doing an update that I thought it did last night. Apparently, it wasn't finished. The battery died in the middle of the update, and it stopped right there. So when I started the computer up today, it said if the battery's going to die, I had to plug it in real quick. Plugged it in, and it said it was still running the update. And it took about a half hour to finish. I started at 10. So, yeah, guys, that's it for me, man. I'm out of here. Dave's RC episode, Total Line episode 43. I'm I'm excited about this pack file, you guys. Once I get the bottom done, we'll have it flipped over for the next show. We'll flip it over so that way you guys can see the paint scheme that I put on it. The bottom's actually only painted this color. The top of it's where the camo is. It actually came out really nicely. But that's all I got for you guys tonight. Join me tomorrow we might actually live from the field. We'll probably go live from the field to fly the SU-30 and the Yak 130. Both maiden flights. You guys haven't flown either one of those planes yet. So hopefully you guys can join me then. And then we'll go out and we'll fire off that AR-15 right after we get the planes back here and grab the rifle. But that's it. I'm Dave. Dave's RC. We'll see you guys in the next one. See you in the Pilot's Lounge tomorrow, guys. 9 p.m. Eastern time. Don't miss it. Be there. Be square. I'm out of here. Peace.